Hey guys, this is Katie Dozier with Collin Moshman for CardsChat.com, and today we're going to be covering a pretty important topic, how to play drawing hands. And we're going to be looking at the 5 tips that are most important for this, we think.
Absolutely. Number one tip is going to be to stay aggressive. Semi-bluffing is betting with 2 chances of winning a pot. You can either get your opponent to fold or you can improve and hit your draw, and this is going to be a key way to show a profit with drawing hands.
Definitely. It should be a rare drawing hand that you play passively. Otherwise, you're in trouble and probably playing too many hands.
Well said, Katie. Absolutely. Another one is to know the odds. You want to know the likelihood of hitting different draws to the flop and turn. Pay attention to pot odds, and there's a great tool for that, I would say, which is going to be the Cards Chat odds chart.
Yeah, this is really well designed and makes it so easy to try to memorize these, and it really is important to have a great understanding of them so that in-game you can make the best possible decisions without having to look at a chart.
Absolutely, yes. So as an example here, let's say that we have a gut shot straight draw. That's going to be the 4th or 3rd row of this table. It says with 4 outs that we have a 16.5% chance of hitting this draw by the river. So what that means is that if you're getting pot odds that are worse than 5-1 facing a flop shove, then you can't call with that hand. So this is going to give us a good way to make these decisions.
Yeah, and that's one of the ways where math is objectively so important. You can call yourself a feel-based player, you can play with intuition, but you still have to know these numbers.
Exactly. Even Phil Ivey knows the odds. Tip number 3 is going to be take advantage of showdown value, and you have a lot of draws where you can only win by improving or by getting your opponent to fold, but some draws you can actually just win by showing them down. A lot of the time those are going to be ace-high draws, or for example, you have a straight draw and bottom pair, and those draws are really powerful because you can also win by showing them down.
Yeah, it's really important to stay on top of how much showdown value you actually have in a hand, and make sure that you're not overplaying a hand, so to speak, when you have showdown value where you're happy or just play a smaller pot perhaps.
Yes, absolutely. Next tip, multi-way spots. If you have a hand like, let's say, top pair, weak kicker, those are pretty good in a heads-up pot. But multi-way, they're pretty bad. A lot of people can have better hands. They're going to draw to beat you. Whereas if you're drawing, particularly a draw to the nuts, that's going to be great with more players because when you connect, you're going to win more money.
And it's also going to be more fun to play.
Yes.
It's the reality of poker.
Absolutely. So look for those. And tip number 1, our biggest tip, is a specific one, which is to bet strong draws at the turn. This is particularly true when you're out of position, and way too often you're going to end up facing a bet if you check, and then either having to put money in the pot when you're behind, sometimes get bluffed out at the river, when instead you could be the aggressor and have a shot at winning a now pretty substantial pot with just one more turn bet.
Yeah, definitely. That's a really important one, and that's why it's tip number 1.
Yes, it is. So thanks so much for watching. This has been Katie Dozier and Collin Moshman for CardsChat.com.